Begin?
We most definitely should begin. And I was just going to say, I know everyone will want to connect with you. So at the end as well, just on me, I can't see the bottom of your slide. I don't know if it's my webinar. I can't see. Oh yeah, is it? Yeah, no, I think it's me. I think it's just, yeah, no, I can now. I know everyone's going to want to connect with you. So will you share your LinkedIn at the end and also anything else that people need at the end as well?
Yes, I will. Actually, let me put the chat up as well because I will be sharing some where is the chat? Some links as we go along. All
Okay.
right.
And I was just going to say, if there's any links or anything that you want to share afterwards, we can also put those in our weekly newsletter that goes out every Wednesday. So we'll share this recording in our weekly newsletter next week. And along with that recording, we can share any links that you want us to share that are useful, just so you know. So don't worry too much. I'm going to hand over to you now.
Amazing. Okay, so yeah, I'm Shen. Um Trigger warning, there's a few QR codes throughout the process. Some of them are connection links, but most of them are examples of tools that you can use. But yeah, if you have your phones out as well, that would be very helpful. But not to worry if you don't have your phone at hand or if you're using your phones, I will share the links in the chat instead. But this is a QR code from my LinkedIn, and I will share that later. Okay, so brands and businesses need to keep up. Customer behavior is shifting and it's shifting too fast. But in the next hour, you will learn how to get started and how to win customers with AI transformation. By the way, Emmy, if there's at any point you have any questions, you can stop me and I'll answer a couple as we go along.
Yeah, exactly. I'll keep an eye on the Q&A, and depending if they're relevant or how we're getting on with time, I will chip in for sure.
Amazing. Before we begin, I just want to quickly say who I am. I'm Shen. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Launch Lemonade, and I also run Scale That Thing. Apart from doing kind of like my founder role, I offer fractional AI and product growth support to a few startups. I have had 8 years of marketing plus product leadership roles in both B2B and B2C. I'm also a Techstars mentor, and I'm part of the Angel Investing School. But you learn more about me through my LinkedIn, so I'll get straight to the meat. So, okay, the next QR code. I have prepared for you a learning companion. So if you quickly scan the QR code, but I also have a link here, which I can share. Okay, where do I get that link? I mean, do you know if like people are saying they can, are people saying anything about being able to scan?
I've just scanned it, fine. I've just scanned it, and I've got to a page called SIP Launch Lemonade app, powered by Launch Lemonade, AI Jargon Buster, Mini Chen AI.
Amazing. So this is
Yeah.
your learning companion for the next hour. What I'd like for you to try, so as soon as you sign up, is the AI Jargon Buster. So anytime you hear me say a word or a phrase or an acronym, sometimes I can't help it. You just use the AI Jargon Buster and ask it any question. What is NLP? What is computer vision? What is whatever? And it will and hopefully answer that. So get back to presenter mode. Now, the rest of the tools here we'll use later, but you've got like a mini Shen AI. You can ask Shen anything. Again, but just a reminder, this is an AI tool. It's not the real thing. I've also prepared a prompt architecting shooter to help you better prompt your existing tools. I've got some examples of tools that I personally use, like my proposal builder Copilot that helps me build proposals seconds after my client calls, a LinkedIn Copilot that helps me write my LinkedIn, and a social media content calendar that you'll get to try out later. Right, so back at it. Brands and businesses need to keep up. Customer behavior is shifting, and it's shifting fast. So today we'll be starting your AI transformation. Now, over the past couple of weeks, months maybe, I've been playing around with all these popular AI tools, and I've noticed a significant shift. Now here we have an example of my Google interaction as I was looking for like an Italian holiday. I wanted an kind of like a budget Italian trip. And if you notice, my search started, well, I interact with Google in keywords: Italy, best cities; Florence, best cheap hotels; restaurants. And sometimes it would take me hours to find the results. I then started experimenting with Perplexity. What would Perplexity's results be if I asked, give me a really good itinerary for Italy, 7 days in August? And it gave me a slightly different result. It kind of amalgamated for me, kind of like what it thinks the best places are and how it linked results were different. So in Google, you had like the paid ads, the TripAdvisors as first results. But with Perplexity, it kind of gave like an itinerary, a summary that was quite different from Google. And then I thought, okay, what does this mean for brands? And so I quickly went on to ChatGPT, which is a tool that everyone uses. And I interacted with it different. Instead of keywords, I talked to it like a travel agent. And this is how my conversation went. I want to go to Italy in August, but I'm on a budget. So I'm talking to it as if it's my assistant. And to my surprise, it gave me a totally different results. There was no ranking. It gave me an itinerary, and it gave me straight links to the hotels, the restaurants, and the activities it thinks that would best fit my budget. And then I had my aha moment. Customer behavior and marketing is changing, shifting, morphing as we know it. And that's because we're moving to a conversation-led experience, or what Google says, experience-led marketing. Do we have any questions so far before I proceed?
No, but I was just going to say that's amazing. I would have never thought to use ChatGPT to find me the best holiday.
And I was so impressed with like it gave me like what to do on Monday, Tuesday. It gave me the times, and then direct links of the hotels. Like it wasn't TripAdvisor links anymore. It was just like straight to the hotel. It was quite impressive.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
So my conclusion is we're moving from search to conversation. Whereas in Google or in search platforms, we enter keywords, we do quick searches. But it's worth noting that Chrome still has 3.5 billion users around the world. And they recently announced that they're pivoting to an SGE, or search generative experience. However, when I was trying the Gemini kind of tool, the results were different. It wasn't itinerary. It was more of like general suggestions of where to go and what to do. Perplexity, on the other hand, focuses on precise answers and explanation. It's great for research. It's designed to give us detailed results. And it's also conversational and contextually deep. In ChatGPT, users obtain and generate information with a platform. It can problem solve as well. It's conversational and designed to have a dialogue with the user. Try it out. Using the same search or query words for each of these platforms still render different results. Brands rank differently. And yeah, it's kind of like, it's really interesting.
So are you saying there's a preferred one, or is it depending on what you're looking for? And also, I never knew about Perplexity, I'm embarrassed to say.
No, I think for kind of like the audience, specifically for the audience, what I would say is that understand if you're, or find out if your customers or your clients are using one platform to find like answers, and kind of think about, okay, how do I get my brand involved in these platforms? So I'm saying, so, but from a usage perspective, as a consumer, I say to reduce time, use ChatGPT, I think, when you're doing research or like building holiday itineraries.
Okay.
So we learn to think in keywords. Google has really transformed how we interact with technology, because like we would like frame our queries in the keywords that we think of, and then Google would then like just throw out, like give us an output based on those keywords. Now, AI is learning to understand us. It's finally using the language that we use. So how do we future-proof and win in the time of AI? AI transformation in marketing. So I've identified 4 strategic pillars that I think we should all be doing with our brands and our businesses. 1, we need to build an AI-driven content strategy. 2, we need to invest in conversation and experience-led discovery. 3, we need to streamline creation, customer service, and marketing process, and I'll explain in detail later why. And we need to collect real-time customer insight and analytics. And again, I'll be explaining all of these later. But first, the basics. So I was looking at the questions that were shared with you, Emmy, and a lot of them were still like, I don't know where to begin. I don't understand it. So it's still, to my surprise, although I had kind of like a theory, people are feeling like AI is being forced to them. You know, like we're forcing AI to non-technical or the inept, but that's why I'm here. My mission is to get you up to speed and feel empowered with AI. So we'll go through the basics.
Sorry, Chen, just very quickly, will we share this presentation? Are you happy to share it with us?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Yes. Are people asking?
Yeah, someone's just saying, will we share the presentation? So we will. Yeah, and one other thing that's coming up a bit in the chat is that ChatGPT can be quite unreliable. Is that tend to be the free version, or is that just generally? I think a couple of people have said, especially the non-paid version.
There are some performance issues with 4.0, the free version, but that's not too dissimilar to the paid version. I think one of the limiting factors of how we're adapting is, 1, we expect it to be perfect. And when it's not perfect and performing, we get disappointed, obviously. But I think that's kind of like how we need to see it, is that it is not perfect. It'll not do everything for you, but it'll make things faster for you. But you still have to be actively participant in using, kind of like in collaborating with it. And I'll be sharing some tips later on how to do that as well.
Okay, brilliant.
So to start with the basics, I want to bust the jargon. You have your jargon busters there, but I just wanted to cover some kind of like basic core principles of AI. 1, NLP. It's a branch of AI focused on interaction between computers and humans using natural language. So like I said earlier, it's now AI's, or the technology is now starting to understand us, the language that we use. Computer vision, a field of AI that trains computers to interpret and understand visual information from the world. I'll touch a little bit on this, but if there's one thing to say about computer vision, is that as we're moving towards a more experience-led product discovery, we need to think about how our brands are present, you know, in an image data and audio data perspective. So imagine a world where customers are not just searching for the products that they need, but just get interrupted with the products they need based on what they see and what they hear in real time. Generative AI. AI systems that can create new content, such as text, images, or music based on training data. LLMs. Advanced AI models trained on vast amounts of text data, capable of understanding and generating human-like text. And we'll deep dive into this in the next slide. So understand the tech. When we talk about LLMs, I think a lot of us just use ChatGPT or maybe even Anthropic for some of us, but there are actually a lot of large language models and language models out there. Now, these are kind of like the main ones that we're seeing in the market that are quite widely used. You've got GPT-4, you've got Perplexity, Cohere, Gemini by Google, Claude, and Llama. Now, there's one thing to understand about these language models is that they're trained on different types of data, and they're trained in different ways and by different people. So what that means is that, one, for example, the same prompt doesn't work as effectively as like any of them. So there's no one prompt for all the LLMs because they're trained differently. 2, they also sometimes like the output is different. So for example, for my Facebook Copilots or LinkedIn Copilot, I like to use Llama or Anthropic because it's more conversational. And my theory with Llama specifically is that it's trained on Facebook data. It's from Meta. So I think that that's why it's more conversational. With GPT-4, for example, and I saw that in the in some of the questions, is that it can't sound like us. And that's because GPT was actually trained initially on Reddit and Wikipedia data. And if you can imagine, that most of the engineers would probably be men who are coders. So yeah, you could see how why it sounds the way it sounds. Emmy, are there any questions about this?
There are a few. How does GPT compare to Arc Search? I don't know if these are very specific. So
Arc Search is more like Perplexity. So Arc Search and Perplexity were built and released to perform better than Google. That was what they were trying to beat. Because again, Google was built for keywords, for paid ads. So you have like individual links as results. But with Perplexity and Arc, they summarize the results. So they don't care about, was this a paid ad, if that makes sense. So Arc and Perplexity are kind of the same, Arc Search.
okay. And I think another question was of this part around can you get it to learn your voice? So I suppose, yeah.
In like audio or tone of voice?
Well, that's what I wasn't sure about. I imagine it's tone of voice because someone else was asking about getting it to do blog posts and stuff like that. And I think that's kind of like understanding our voice. That's the thing. Like, so I found that I can't get ChatGPT and that's the only one I'm using. Maybe I should use another one. I can't get someone to create content that sounds like me using my voice.
Yeah. I think it can be very close. So if one of the examples, the tools that I gave you is my personal LinkedIn Copilot. So I think that it's not too far off from how I write, but I find myself editing it every time. But it really saves me a lot of time, just change a couple of words, maybe add a phrase here and there. But every time I interact with it, my content production is quite fast. You guys can try it. Feel free to try it. There's a tool there called Cien's LinkedIn Copilot. You can use the audio and say like, create me a LinkedIn post about whatever. And I'll give you a demo later.
Amazing.
Okay, so, oh, by the way, there's another QR code here. And it is, you can test some of these, if not most of these language models in one platform, in one interface. You've got the latest GPT-4, Llama, Claude, in this QR code. Right, yeah, like I said, you can test all of them and see who sounds the most like you. Oh, can I move my picture?
Can you move your picture? I don't know if we can do that. I think we can move your picture. So as an attendee, we can move Cien's picture around, I believe. I've just moved it anyway. So let's just get that QR code. And we're going to send all these links anyway, aren't we? And we can also send them in the thing. So when you say test and learn the differences, what would I put in there? For example, am I putting the same bit of content into each one?
So yeah, you can. So I built this as a playground where, like how you interact with Chat GPT, or how you interact with Claude, for example. Just interact with it with the same way. Like, you are a blog writer for Emmy. Your tone of voice is this, and I want the blog to be about this and this and this. Here are some examples, something like that. All of them are just designed to do things for you. It's just a test.
Okay.
Like a playground.
Right. So what you're saying here is when we can come back to this page, but this is a good page to understand how the different platforms or models work. So you could give each one the same task, write a LinkedIn post for me about the challenges faced by female founders or something like that. And I would put that into each one and see what they come back with. And they're going to come back with quite different things.
Exactly. 100%. That's exactly it. I just want to kind of like give you a flair. Like, I feel like a lot of people here have only tried one or two. So I want to give you kind of like different examples of how the different LLMs are performing, to see the differences.
And that's brilliant, because I didn't know about any of these apart from GPT-4. So I suppose, what's the difference between the latest GPT-4 and the one above,
So
GPT-4?
this is the GPT-4 is the paid version, and the
Okay.
GPT-4o is the free version. So you
Brilliant.
can see as well, and I've been playing around with this. The results are different as well, even from the 4 and the 4o.
So interesting. So a piece of homework for us all, I suppose, after this, and we will share the links at the end of this, is to go in and play around with these 6 different platforms. Is that right?
Yes, exactly.
I
And we
see.
can add more later on.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Okay, so now we've covered that. The last basic kind of principles that I'll be covering today are the different types of Gen AI applications. So when I was doing a lot of research last year, and I was talking to kind of like potential customers, I think the one limiting factor that really slowed down how people are adapting to AI was their understanding that AI means chatbot. You know, like we've been interacting with chatbots with like some big like websites before that would have like, you know, like would answer your FAQs or like triage you to the right agent, for example, like in banks. But actually, that's not just AI. So I wanted to like cover the differences so you guys understand what I talk about when I say co-pilots or assistants or agents. So there are 4 types of like main Gen AI applications. One is a chatbot. Chatbots are applications that simulate human conversation to provide information, support, and services through text or voice interactions. Assistants are systems that perform a variety of tasks based on user instructions, such as scheduling, reminders, and information retrieval. So for example, Siri, and Siri is going to turn on now. Hey Siri, can you set my alarm for such and such? Or hey Siri, can you send Emmy a message? So it can perform different tasks based on your command or based on your instruction, like ChatGPT. Co-pilots, on the other hand, are tools designed to assist with specific tasks. So they're designed to just perform one specific thing. So for example, GitHub, which is a software developer tool, has a coding copilot. So it can code. You can't ask it to write blogs. You can't ask it to schedule meetings or appointments or your alarm, but it can perform. It's still an AI tool that can perform on that specific task. Like the example, so in the tools that I gave you, these are co-pilots. So I've specifically designed one to just write LinkedIn posts, one to help you with prompting, 2 to help you with understand with AI jargons. So they're very specific types, specific AI tools to just perform specific tasks. Agents, on the other hand, and as far as I know, this doesn't exist yet, although there's news and talk recently about it coming out soon, but they're autonomous AI systems that strategize, perform, and complete tasks independently based on predefined objectives and roles. So you could say, so my vision of an agent is, I need your help to make me, to help me reach more people so that they feel more empowered with AI. And my agent would like strategize and build a team and complete tasks so that it would help me achieve my goals. And it'll do that autonomously. That is how I understand perhaps what this agent can do. And we're kind of building that at Launch Lemonade. We're experimenting, but it's not available yet. Any questions about this?
There's lots of questions coming up. Someone was saying, which one did you prefer, Chen? Which platform did you prefer? But I think you were just saying they're all good for different ones. Is that right?
Yes, that's
Different reasons. Yeah.
Yeah. And it depends for what.
What's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it complicated to make your own AI bot like your LinkedIn Copilot?
No, it takes 5 minutes and maybe 10 minutes of testing, and I'll show you later. But yeah, these are all built on Launch Lemonade, and we've designed it for non-techies so that you can just press buttons and tell us what you want. And you can, we've designed it to be very easy.
And someone else is saying, can you show us how to build our own LinkedIn Copilot if we use ChatGPT-4?
Sure. Later I'll do that. Remind me.
Yeah, cool. And can you explain the difference between assistants and co-pilots? Again, just making that clear again. So if what I understood is an assistant would do a sort of a job for you, like play a song, send an email, do something like that. Whereas a co-pilot, and this is maybe I didn't 100% get it either. I might have got this wrong. Is a co-pilot is doing a very specific task,
correct.
only one task. Is
Yes,
that right?
exactly. So another example of a co-pilot is, like you've got GPS, or like maps, Google Maps. It's AI, but it's only designed to help you get to the destination. It can't write you blogs, it can't send you reminders, but it's designed to just perform that specific task really well. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So a co-pilot is only able to use AI to do one task, and assistants can do lots of different tasks, but basic tasks, or
Mhm.
maybe more than basic. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe more than basic. Yeah. Because for
Cool.
example, with ChatGPT, you can say, write a blog, write a code, analyze this. So, okay,
Perfect.
AI transformation. Let's begin the AI transformation. So, like I said, there were 4 pillars, and I wanted to start with AI-driven content strategy. So, what this means is you need to start understanding your customers, who they are, where they are, and how they talk. And it's now going to be more important than ever. We always talk about market research, and we know that we have to know our customers. But now, if we're moving from keywords, so we can't rely on SEO and keywords now, our paid ads, we actually have to rely on being able to be part of that conversation that the consumer and the AI tool are having. We need to kind of like revolutionize how we're building and delivering our content and experience strategies. So the old is keyword strategy and paid ads, and we optimize it for search ranking. The new is conversation driven. So we're moving beyond keywords. We're optimizing for AI to understand the user input to give the right output. And the benefits of doing this is we have better user engagement, we're able to scale, and we are able to be consistent and provide high quality service all the time because we know what they want, we know what they're saying, and it's not just about paid ads and keywords. So, I wanted to do a live demo. So I think I have my tool here. Maybe I should. So I need a volunteer actually, Emmy, but you could be my volunteer. Or maybe someone in the audience can. Do we have a volunteer?
Sorry, I was on. Yes, we do. Yvonne Morrison put her hand up quite some time ago. I was just muted for some reason. So EVONN, she said she's happy to volunteer. Do you need her website or what do you need?
I just need her to turn her microphone on. I'll be asking her questions and I'll show her how my AI proposal works. So one of the tools that I have in the toolbox that I gave you is Cien's personal proposal builder. So I need to stop sharing.
I don't know if we can turn. Oh, I can allow to talk, but I can't find Yvonne in there. There we go. Yvonne's got her hand up, allow to talk. Amazing. Yvonne, I've never done this before where someone on a webinar can talk. So Yvonne,
Can you hear me?
yes, we can.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Hi, Yvonne. So we're gonna try my proposal builder. So I'm also a fractional like product AI support person, either executive or lead. And sometimes I find that if I send a proposal right away, the conversion rate's better. So I've designed this proposal builder to help my conversations and to help my sales pipeline. So the idea here is I'm going to ask you questions as if you're my potential client or my lead. And then I'm going to record our conversation through my tool here, Otter. And then we'll just have a conversation. And after our conversation, I'm going to copy our transcript and I'm going to paste it in my proposal builder. Is that all right?
Yep. Lovely.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I'm going to start recording and I'm going to start asking you questions. So now, okay. Hi, Yvonne. Thanks for getting in a call with me. I just have a few questions about our potential partnership. So the first one is, what specific problems or challenges do you have right now with AI transformation?
So just now I have a lot of staff that I'm using that I employ on a consultancy basis, and I'm looking to use AI to lessen those costs. So one of the challenges is just trying to train AI in marketing so we can omit our consultant. So like Google ads, paid for ads. I don't have any training in that personally, but I would like AI to learn our customer and what ads like our customers are responding to, and where the best platforms, where's best to reach them. And also it's email marketing as well, using AI to help us perform better with our email marketing.
Amazing. And can you tell me a bit about your target audience for your for kind of like the things that you want to do?
Yeah, so we have like 3 products currently, 3 SKUs that we sell all over the UK, and our customers tend to be like health conscious, people looking to improve their guts because we're a fermented food company. They are, I don't know, I don't, our customers changed after COVID, but I would like AI as well to identify our customers and help us get more data from our customers to give us like a customer avatar, and then for us to be specific with our emails and our marketing to those customers.
Okay, and the last question is, and you don't have to answer, but do you have like a target budget in mind for this?
For the AI, we could probably have about up to, it depends, like for doing like overall marketing like spend, like for the AI software itself are also included in the marketing spend.
Just for the AI transformation, like what do you think would be a fair price point for the project to get you automated and kind of like reduce costs? And kind of like if we solve some of your problems there, if not all, do you have like a budget in mind? Do you kind
Probably
of like
up to £2,500.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Yvonne. I'm gonna stop the recording, and that was brilliant. Okay, that was perfect. So I've got the recording here. There's some of it here, I think. Transcript. So I'm just gonna literally copy and paste the recording. And you see a pink screen now, right? My proposal builder.
Yeah, we see the proposal builder. So did you create this? Is this something that we could create similar? I mean, there's probably quite a few service-based founders in this group, I imagine.
Yeah, you can
Who are
create
sending out proposals.
Exactly. So I created this based on the outline of how I build my proposal. So this Copilot already has a template of my proposals. So it would just give me kind of exactly how I would write my proposals, if that makes sense. But I'm going to show you how. So I'm literally just going to paste my conversation with my potential client, Yvonne, and I hope it works. Okay, so now it's giving me my proposal. So after pasting my conversation, it now has given me a brief. In brief, we propose to implement AI solutions to optimize marketing efforts, reduce consultancy costs, and gain deeper customer insights for your fermented food company. This will focus on areas such as Google Ads, paid advertising, email marketing, and customer profiling. These are the objectives, as you mentioned. These are the benefits of working with us. These are the scope of work: AI integration, AI-powered email marketing, customer avatar development, training and knowledge, and even the pricing, and what it also includes. It's even given a timeline of how long it'll take me to complete. Now, what I usually do is I just review it, see if I'm happy, and then I send it over. I obviously do a few edits, make it pretty, and probably copy and paste it in a Google Sheet. And it's ready to send. That's taken me, what, a minute after a conversation? Right.
That's
What is-
amazing. That is so cool because I think I used to be a service-based founder, and I feel like you'd have these discovery calls with people, and then they're like, "Can you send a proposal?" Well, actually, to do a proper proposal can take like 2 hours, and then you kind of leave that to the end of the day, and then maybe or you do it the next day. And I think actually, if you can send them something like that, really, you know, you could literally say to them, "I'll get you something by this afternoon." That is incredible. Yeah. So Lee's saying, how long do you send it so it doesn't look automated? I think, you know, there's no harm in having something that's automated, is there? Because what you're providing is incredible. I mean, that was like, I couldn't have written that better, actually.
And it's not, yeah, sorry. Sorry if I interrupted you there.
No, I was going to say, yeah, I was going to say, I would spend 2 hours on a proposal like that. I think, also you've quickly flipped between these different apps, but
Oh,
what no, it's just like, so you were using Otter to record the conversation, is that right? So say for example you're doing this with a client, a potential client, you'd be on Zoom and you'd record it on Otter, and then you're taking Otter basically as a transcription service which you can use live, and then you've created that AI tool to do that for you. And how long did it take you to create the AI proposal builder? If the people on this call wanted to do something like that, how long did it take to make that builder?
So I've been building my Copiles on the platform for 6 months now, so I'm a bit of a, I guess, pro. It took me maybe 10 minutes to build because I have my pre-built templates, but it wouldn't take you more than 2-3 hours. You know, the idea is you build it for maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, but you test and you optimize your instructions, and I'll show you later. So I'd say half a day.
Okay.
Or less. I mean, maybe I'm being generous. My co-founder is in the call actually, but he might be saying 5 minutes, Shen, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I suppose it depends how, as you get better, it's quicker to build it, yeah?
Yeah. But the idea here is imagine like spending a couple hours now, moving forward, you know, like instead of spending 2 hours writing a proposal, 5 minutes each time. And if you're doing, you know, like 100 proposals a year, how much time would that save you? It's like, what? I don't know, 80
200
hours.
hours, 200 hours. That's nearly 10 days, 8 days.
Yeah. So yeah, it saves you a lot of time exponentially. Like there might be a bit of work now, but it saves it time forever and ever.
Amazing.
Okay, so that was one example. Now let's go to pillar 2, investing in conversation. Oh, by the way, Yvonne, I'll send you that proposal after the call. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Pillar 2, investing in conversation and experience-led discovery. We need to implement AI-powered tools like chatbots, virtual assistants, and interactive platforms that facilitate a two-way conversations with customers, providing personalized and engaging discovery process. This enhances experience and builds loyalty. So I remember the first chatbot that we integrated into a platform that I was managing. We spent, I think, I want to say about 250 grand to implement it, and maybe a total of 200 people agents to train it just in 6 months. And that was when kind of like the technology was beginning. NLP was a thing, like no one really understood what machine learning was, but we did it anyway, because we had like, I think 12 million customers in Europe. And the minute that we launched that project, it's reduced our costs by 20% in terms of customer service. So I was like, okay, like there's something here. Now, as soon as the language models and all of this technology became very accessible and cheap, I was like, everyone should be using this. Everyone should be having their chatbots. Everyone should be having their kind of like custom AI conversation designed tool that talks to their customers, because it really helps. And so that's why we built Launch Lemonade. But I also have another example. So I won't do a demo, but in the same toolbox that I've given you, there's a mini Shen AI. So with mini Shen AI, I literally just scraped. Actually, let me show you. Share. So with Mini Shen AI, I literally just, so this is the Launch Lemonade platform. And what I did was I just scraped my website content, my blogs, contact information, services, products, and in minutes, it's become my FAQ chatbot. So if you have any questions, ask Mini Shen. It's an AI, so it's not as good as a real thing. Kidding, but that's the idea. Like you could scrape your own personal websites, your clients' websites, and it could act as kind of like their chatbot.
Can you explain how that would work? So, like, say, for example, we were to do that with our directory, our female founders rise directory. So you're saying somehow we scrape the data or the AI scrapes the data, yeah? Is that an easy process? You just you upload all the pages, yeah?
You just enter your website here like so. HTTPS ciensolon.com, and then you add it, and then we will do the scraping for you.
Oh, wow. Okay, so say, for example, with our directory, we've got 250 female founded service-based businesses on there, and say we had 1,000, all we'd need to do is put in the web URL of the directory, and then this would scrape all the pages. And then that agent could, if a user said, I want to find a women-led media agency that specializes in e-commerce, the AI tool would go through all of the entries in the directory and pull out the best ones. That's amazing.
Yep, exactly. And my co-founder again is in the call. So Tanvir, if you could give some details on there about Emmy's question. But yes, you could. Like you just add the link, we'll scrape it, and you could say, who can provide I need a co-founder and I need an amazing woman who can do this and this and this and this. It could do that. Or you could just say, I need a London-based service provider specifically giving services in this and this and this. And it would find the name, give the description, and even give the links, LinkedIn links, email addresses, if it's in that database.
Okay. So would everyone have one of these on their website going forward? I mean, why wouldn't you have one on your website?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, but is that going to be the way that everyone will have something like this on their website?
The idea is yes, because it improves the user experience. So it's all about providing kind of like the best experience for your customers and also converting them right away. So imagine you're going to a website and you're just checking them out, but there's a chatbot that helps kind of like answer the questions without the strings attached to actually talking to a human. So and then you could ask questions to your user. You could have a conversation with the user. So you're personalizing the answers towards what they exactly need. So your website might have like, she can give training in AI, she has a platform, but it doesn't say that actually she is also a fractional product officer. With a chatbot, for example, if you ask Mini Shen AI, you'll find out that she also is a fractional product officer because it's found out through the conversation that that's what that user needs.
So someone's saying, can you make this into an FAQ chatbot on your website?
Yes.
Yes, you can. And also someone else is saying, are there GDPR issues scraping directories? If the content is there in the directory live and people have submitted it because they want to be in the directory and their information is to be seen by the world, that is live information. Like, for example, people want to be found in the directory, so no, but you're not scraping behind the scenes emails and things like that and showing that, so that would be fine.
You still have to adhere to GDPR rules. So this is your tool, it's not mine. So if you're a brand and like you have your WordPress websites, this is just like that, or a Shopify website, you're still responsible for your T's and C's and how you manage your kind of like data, but we provide the platform. One thing to understand about our platform though is we have security measures in place. So with other platforms, if you're building a Copilot in ChatGPT, for example, you can steal other Copilots knowledge. So, like my website content or my PDFs or my ebooks that I uploaded, or my prompt, how I designed the Copilot to perform. With Launch Lemonade, we have added features in so people can steal your knowledge or your prompts.
Amazing.
Right. I'm conscious of the time. So that was pillar 2. Pillar 3 is streamlining creation, customer service, and marketing processes. So you set up systems that will allow your team to focus on high value work, improve efficiency, and customer satisfaction. So you can streamline content creation, customer service with that chatbot, your sales effort, like with that proposal builder that I just showed, and your marketing processes. The benefits are increased efficiency, reduce costs grows exponentially once trained and set up, and enhance customer experience. So the example that I wanted to give, and I wanted to give a demo, but I'll just let you use it, is the LinkedIn Copilot. So there's a microphone in the little kind of chat box at the bottom. I want you to press it, and I want you to just say, say something about what you want to write, like just an idea. So the idea here is, when you're like on the train or like if you're walking at the park and suddenly you have that idea, oh, I should post about this, but then it goes away. Now, imagine if you could just talk to that Copilot and then it would just give you content and then it's ready for you to post. That's the idea there. So it's allowing you to produce a lot of content. And that is one example. There's also a social content calendar builder in your toolbox. I design it so it will ask what your objectives are, what your who your audiences are, and the idea there is it'll give you a 30-day calendar if you ask it to do that. Right. Pillar 4, real-time customer analysis. So real-time customer analysis means being able to instantaneously and significantly impact marketing strategies and business outcomes. Understanding real-time trends, needs, behavior will allow you to provide instant solutions. An example of this is the chatbot or the Q&A. So we're seeing what you want in real time, and we're able to address that. Another example is this QR code. Now, this is not Launch Lemonade. It's an app. It's a new startup called Cluso. What they do is that if you scan the code, you will see 3 questions that I've designed there. And I'm asking kind of like just a survey about how you found the masterclass. So I'd like for you to complete that after the masterclass. I'll move on. I'll share the link later. So your next steps, this is what I wanted to get to. What do you do today? Step 1, evaluate your current tech stack and audit your resources. So this is how my workshop usually looks like. I use a Miro board. And when I'm talking to clients, I go, okay, before we identify what we're going to turn into an AI solution, let's look at your business goals. Let's look at what activities are aligned to that goal, what resources or which resources are responsible to conduct those activities. What are the processes that are in place that these resources use? And what are the assets and the channels for each of these processes? So for example, I want to get to 1,000 active users. That's my goal. And what I do is that my activities are content marketing, product improvements, and community building. Who are responsible? Me, and then my co-founder and me. So yeah, just the 2 of us and our AI assistants. And then these are the kind of like the things that we do, that we need: ideation and to execute, data and optimization, community building, getting feedback, and growth. So once we've mapped out our assets and channels, we then look at like, all right, what are the things that in there that we have to do to be able to do these processes or get these assets? Content ideas. So I built a social media calendar, content for these channels, content for these channels, script and description for this channel, and so on and so forth. So you'll see that I was able then to identify what I can transform into AI superpowers, which is the next step. Identify what can be transformed, with AI. So now I've identified here what I can transform with AI. And that is your process. Step 3, you need to train up. Invest in people who can, and experts who can help you, or there's loads of online courses out there that can help you as well. Then you find the tools and experiment, test it, improve it. You know, the mindset is, how can I learn and grow? And step X, I wanted this to be step 0, but learn the tech by acquiring skills. Get training and exponentially grow. Stop copy pasting prompts. Learn how it works and test the tools. Right. Okay. 3 more minutes. Great. I was able to finish it. So I have, yes.
Sorry, carry on.
Do you have questions before I proceed to that?
I was just going to ask, how much time should we be putting aside every day to, because from my understanding, it's one of the great ways of learning is just by testing. And actually, like, this is being a founder, we all know in our businesses, we need to test to get feedback. And so from what I understand from you is, yes, you do need to have some knowledge, either through like you or through courses or through reading. But what you were saying is actually just testing these platforms like you were suggesting and getting better. Like, how much time would you suggest is a good amount of time to test? Do you suggest every day or every week? Like, would I do half an hour a day, or is that too much?
When you can. I think to future-proof our careers, we need to invest not in time, but in experimentation and curiosity. So with Launch Lemonade, for example, you don't need to invest many hours a day or many hours a week, but you can invest like, you know, a Sunday afternoon where you experiment on building and see if you can build your own LinkedIn Copilot, or, you know, like experiment on Claude or GPT and see, you know, like, how can I make this tool sound like me? Or how can I make this tool perform better? I personally read books, newsletters, do learning, but you don't have to do all that. I think the best way is to test on low cost, low risk tools and experiment and optimize right now what you can. Like, build your own LinkedIn Copilot. Sometimes it takes us hours. We don't even realize how many hours we put in a single post. I post twice a day, and that's because I have my own Copilots. And I spend 30 minutes every Sunday crafting my posts for throughout the week or the next 2 weeks. And, you know, it's still me because I'm creating and I'm editing, but instead of taking an hour a day, it's taking me 30 minutes. That saved me what, 4 hours a week?
I think maybe you didn't explain to everyone what Launch Lemonade is, because I think you keep saying you can use Launch Lemonade, but you hadn't actually said what that is.
Yeah, Launch Lemonade. Thank you. Okay, let me share my other screen. So Launch Lemonade is a platform where we amalgamated, like, we got all of the language models in one place. We've got ChatGPT. We've got, so this is our website, launchlemonade.app. It's where you can create powerful AI tools. Do you see my homepage right now, Emmy?
Yeah, I do. So you are the founder of Launch Lemonade, and Launch Lemonade allows you to use lots of the different AI tools in one place. Is that right?
Correct. So for example, these are built on Launch Lemonade. The female founders rise, these are built on Launch Lemonade. All of these are built on Launch Lemonade under one subscription. So for example, you can get, you know, like Claude, GPT, I think is $20 a month, Claude as well, Gemini, and then Llama isn't even available in the UK, and all of these other platforms. We just paid under one subscription. We have 3 subscription types, which is a personal page. So if you have your own personal Copilots that you don't want anyone else to access. A business page is where you can build Copilots for your clients or your customers, and they pay you a monthly subscription. A team page is where 10 of you in your team can use the same Copilot. So you're consistent in your tone of voice and the content that you produce with your AI tools. And each page, you can have multiple Copilots like so. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this business page. Like I said, you can have, you can choose, you can literally, I already built this Copilot, the Let's use another one. Shen's proposal builder, for example. So I've built this Copilot, and we got the example earlier. I can literally, if I decide that I don't like Claude anymore, I'll just use the latest GPT. Okay, there's an update. I literally would just click latest chat GPT and it'll update just like that. So it's clicking buttons. And then here I've just given extra. This is my proposal builder. I'm kind of embarrassed because of how simple it is, but this is how simple it is. You are a proposal writer who specializes in winning clients with your clear proposal. Remind me, because this is mine, remind her to ask the key questions about 5 to 7 to her clients to be able to collect the information to build her profile in the services she is offering for AI transformation and trading. Based on her shared transcript, you will create a proposal with the following contents: brief and brief, objectives, benefits, scope of work, pricing, timeline. Remind Shen to have a look and spend a couple of minutes of her time to edit and review before sending out, and say that you are an AI and can sometimes make mistakes. And that's it.
Wow. So yeah. So I was just gonna say, so this is the back end. So is this like £20 a month or something?
So for personal and for business, it is around $20 a month only.
And through that you can do all these things. So it's not something that's like mega expensive.
It's not mega expensive at all. And if you want tools for your clients, so your other people are using it as well under your subscription, it's $99 a month.
Right, so for agencies and stuff. But I imagine there's lots of female founders on this call or in our community that could benefit from using something like this. It's saying most of the tools will be based on ChatGPT and it will stick around, unlike other tools. It's cheaper than ChatGPT on its own. Exactly. It's cheaper than ChatGPT subscription. So Olivia is saying she already uses this. And Kylie's saying this is epic. This would help all my clients in my Done With You project, launching online programs. I'm already a user and it's the best thing since sliced bread. Amazing.
Oh, wow.
So that's I feel like I feel like for me there's been a lot of information here, which is great, but I feel like I might be a bit more behind with AI than a lot of people on this call. So I think for me it's going to be about probably watching this recording back again, and testing out some of the tools and testing out your getting the QR code and having another go with that. And you said as well, so at Launch Lemonade, we can get a discount on using that. So yeah, I find it very, very interesting and quite incredible what you can do. Have you got time for a few quick questions, or do you need to dash because we're already over time?
I have a few time, but I just have a couple of things that I wanted to say.
Yes, go.
There's a code that you can use for any of those subscription types, whether it's a team for 99 or a co-pilots for your customers for 99, or the personal or the subscription based thing that we have, which is under $20. I think $15 and $17. You can use Together We Rise and get 10% discount. And then I also offer AI training and integration for teams. So if you need your team and you want to reduce costs, you want to produce more and improve your operations, you can check out my website. And I also have a WhatsApp community for the builders where we share problems, questions, ideas, and we use that platform to ideate together, to report bugs together, because we are still a new platform. So you're welcome to join. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much. We definitely need to rewatch this, I think. So thank you. That was so good. Have we got time to go back to a few quick questions? I know you're very busy.
Yes, I'm.
Are there any guides to build a co-pilot? I think that's what I was. Yes, we definitely need to rewatch the recording. Are there any guides to build the co-pilot?
I'm building some recordings, but there is a tool in the Female Founders Rise, a prompt shooter builder. So on our landing page at launchlemonade.app, there's a video of me explaining some things. And we're going to release a documentation as well soon, I believe, if Tanvir is still here. But yeah, we do. And if you join the WhatsApp community, I share instructions there all the time because I have like new users who ask the same questions over and over again. So I just like share it there if anyone wants to join that.
Amazing. So that was very impressive. Love how you work with AI and definitely try to build my own co-pilot. I think that would be really interesting, actually. We should do a LinkedIn post and get people's feedback. I mean, I'd love to hear about like how they're using these. So everyone's saying they found it very helpful. They're going to look at creating a co-pilot. Wouldn't that be cool? We should try and see how many people have actually managed to create something. For me, it feels like it's a big thing. But I think I'm just need to get going. I think I need to get testing with it. And I think what you created for us, that little page, what did you call it? I can't remember. Was it the playground, the test and learn the differences, the Llama, Claude, GPT? Yeah. I think it's just about familiarizing ourselves with this, isn't it? It's just about getting much more savvy.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe, you know, we could consider like doing a day where we will all build together our own personal AI superpowers even.
That would be cool. That would be amazing. Yeah. I feel like I'm definitely not as clued up as other people, I think. But yeah, that would be brilliant. Everyone's saying they would love that. So, Cien, people can reach out to you. Have you shared your LinkedIn? Everyone's saying they'd love to do a day on AI. I mean, that'd be so cool. I think what I found really interesting from this is that proposal that you created, which took you 2 or 3 hours to do, is actually going to save you 100 hours of work a year. Okay, you've obviously got to like tweak it slightly, haven't you, and update it a bit, but it's just taking so much time out of your, and as founders, we're so busy. And I think whenever I think of ChatGPT, I just think about writing blog posts or LinkedIn posts and they're not actually written in my name. So it isn't saving me time. But I think what you're saying is there's so many other things that we can do. Yeah, so thanks for sending all of that, all of those links as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot. I have a lot of speaking engagements. They're all on my website. I'm also doing some courses for marketing UK and EU business leaders. I've shared the link there, but I don't want to confuse you too much. I think right now, take a deep breath and just know that there are tools out there that's so easy to use and you can win in the time of AI.
Amazing. That's so cool. So why do you use Otter over other note takers, Cien?
Because I bought it. I've had it for 2 or 3 years, but I'm going to start using the Launch Lemonade microphone soon now. We're just training it to like get a lot of audio in. But yeah, it's only because I've had it forever.
Amazing. Someone was just asking that. Is the business page white label so we can incorporate it into our platform in order to charge customers a subscription? That's a really good point.
Yes, you can charge your customers a subscription under the business plan. And you take all the revenue, we just take the Stripe fees out and potential extra API cost, but that's nothing. That's very minimal. Like the big thing is Stripe cost, but you can set up your pricing within the platform. And you can set up like your freebie in the platform as well. You can white label it and attach your own domain or subdomain, and you can change the colors and update the logos. In the Female Founders Rise toolbox, you can see my links at the bottom, my social links. Soon we'll be providing more templates so it's prettier. But yeah.
Amazing. And what kind of businesses have already used your product?
We've got coaches, consultants, you know, like even we've got marketing agencies. We have like B2B, like events businesses. We have had all sorts. Like we even had someone who built a kind of like nutritionist app and a trainer app, 2 different people. So the idea of that other person is like you can tell it what your allergies are and what your favorite food is. And then each week it would give you like a menu for the rest of the week. And then the other one was it would be like a personal trainer. So imagine you're a personal trainer, but you have churning customers because, you know, it could be too expensive or they got fit and they want to do their own thing or move to another trainer. What if instead of completely churning, you can just build like an AI physical trainer that your customers can have in your pocket. So those are some of the examples.
Amazing. Could this work in countries where our clients are Spanish speaking?
Correct. Yeah. I actually had a meeting. If the language model is really good at that language, it will. And I've tried it in Filipino, so I know that it can, but you just have to like do checks, but it will speed things up. And it is possible.
Thank you so much, Chen. I feel like we probably should do, we could do a workshop where female founders come together to create their co-pilot. That sounds cool. But also just the main thing is for our founders in our community to better understand how people are using AI, the possibilities, because I suppose if we don't even begin to understand what can be done, we wouldn't look into it. And I think that's what I've had my eyes open to today. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. And if you message me on LinkedIn, I'll reply. Join my WhatsApp community and check out my website at ciensolon.com. And Launch Lemonade website is launchlemonade.app.
Amazing. And we can share all those with the recording. Thank you so much for turning up and educating so many of us on this very important topic. There's been lots of people saying amazing, amazing, brilliant, amazing webinar. Thank you so much. So how did you find that, Chen? Wasn't too many people. You did a brilliant job.
I didn't see, but yeah, I was really excited because even like some of the things that I shared, it was quite of like a new thing for me as well, especially around NLP, like the results on ChatGPT. I think I was a former marketeer as well. So I was thinking, okay, now people should really rethink how they are investing in SEO and paid for ads. Maybe take a bit of chunk out there and then kind of start experimenting on conversation-led marketing makes sense. And that's definitely what we're building a different content strategy now in Launch Lemonade for sure.
Yeah. So just to say, we've still got 80 people here, but that was amazing. And last of all, I was thinking exactly that about SEO and content. So thank you so much, Chen. You're amazing. We loved having you. You're the best.
You.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.